Sometimes I think when you're going through something that potentially can be tragic, there's a tendency to feel like you're fighting the battle alone.
People came to visit her from around the state, came to the hospital to see her. To know all these people that we compete against off the court, it's still a family.
I didn't realize that I'd have so much support going through this. It was amazing. It really got me through it.
This is Spirit 52. Recapturing the real spirit of high school sports in Arkansas. Presented by Gatorade and First Security Bank. Inspiring us all to what's possible.
With Thanksgiving a week away, one family and one community here in Northwest Arkansas have something extra special to be thankful for. Her name is Makenna Vanzant.
She hadn't felt good for a couple days, and that Wednesday she practiced like normal. She did message me that day and just say that her stomach had been upset. For her to even complain like that caught my attention. The ER doctor sees what's going on again with her. Just said, we are sending her to Children's Hospital. When you hear that, your brain starts turning and going directions you don't want it to go. She's in critical condition. Her kidneys are shutting down. She has no platelets, no white blood cells. Her blood is destroyed, and you need to call your family.
It was gut-wrenching. It was tough to see her in that situation. It was tough to see her family go through it.
As doctors tried to determine a cause and treat Makenna in Little Rock, back in Farmington, the community started a movement to show their support. 22 strong.
At that moment, we just realized that we had to come together and put basketball aside and just become stronger as a team.
We had a prayer vigil here at the arena. This whole area was covered with just people from the community here to pray for Makenna.
They had her jersey, and they prayed with her jersey, and Coach Johnson brought that jersey down to Little Rock, and it never left her bed.
To see this overwhelming amount of support, not just within Farmington. You know, we had hundreds show up for a prayer vigil here in support of Makenna, and then beyond that, we had coaches and players at all levels reaching out to us.
I didn't even know half of the teams that sent anything in. It was just crazy to see how much support she had behind her as a basketball community and just as a community as a whole. Everybody just told me that they're here for me and that they'll be there always and that they're praying for me back home.
Diagnosed with hemolytic uremic syndrome, or HUS, Makenna received dialysis and blood transfusions, and finally the breakthrough her family had been hoping for.
Everything started getting better. I mean, she just astonished the doctors. Her blood is healing itself. He said, you can go home. And we've been here 16 days, and to hear that was wonderful. She just said, I want you to know that I never expected to see her out of ICU. That was, you know, pretty heart-wrenching, but also it was wonderful to hear that.
I had my faith in God that I would get through it, and knowing that I would get through it.
We set up the next day to surprise the team.
Coach Johnson had disappeared, which was really weird. All I saw was the jersey at first. And then I looked up and I saw her face, and instantly the entire energy just shifted. I certainly didn't believe that she was there.
We opened the door and she walked into practice. It was one of the greatest moments that I've ever witnessed, as not only as a coach but just as a human. To see that, to see their reaction.
And it was silent for a long time because no one just knew what to say, but we just all gathered around her and gave her a big hug.
She walked in, it was just one of those unforgettable moments, and we knew she was home and safe, and so it was just amazing.
Targeting a date in January, Makenna will take the floor once again for the Lady Cardinals.
It's going to be a great day. I can't wait. I'm probably going to be nervous because I haven't been out there in forever.
There's going to be an emotional moment, I know for me personally, to see that young lady walk back out on the floor. I can't imagine that there will be very many dry eyes in this entire building.
For her to come back this year is going to be shocking, and it's going to be just a great feeling for us.
I can't wait to see her on the court, you know, with her teammates and doing what she loves. Every parent could learn something from a sick child, and I learned something from her. Her strength and adversity, how she faced it.
I hope you enjoyed this week's story brought to you by First Security Bank. Here's a sneak peek at next week's episode.
He operates as there is not anything different about him.
Holy cow, this guy, with all these challenges, he's going to be the band director, really?
I don't know that I could have had the perseverance to do what everybody told him that he could never do.
There are things I've had to overcome,
but I don't expect anyone else to do my job for me, but I try to inspire those around me.
He's the Pied Piper of band directors because he can get kids to follow him.